guys, welcome back to another episode of Denton, Dallas, and Beyond Cooks. My name is Matt, and as always, I'm here with my buddy Rue.
And we also have our good podcat / cooking show kitty cat, Presley.
She hasn't been around for several episodes.
The people have spoken. They said they wanted more Presley, so here we go.
So, before we get started on this, I want to thank everybody who has subscribed to our page.
Yes.
We need your help. Please keep subscribing. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, we desperately need your help. Go to Denton, Dallas, and Beyond YouTube channel. Just hit the subscribe button up in the top left corner, and we appreciate it.
All right, so today we are doing something that I have been looking forward to for like a month now. On this table is a culmination of about a month's worth of work here. Don't worry, her tongue is sanitized.
All right.
So we've got a brisket here, and we're not going to do what you think we're going to do with it. We're not going to smoke this thing down to the temperatures that we did in the barbecue episode. We are going to make a homemade pastrami.
Oh yeah.
So if you know anything about pastrami, you know that it is a labor of love.
Yes.
Because the ingredient list is as long as my arm, and the amount of time that you have to put into this is about 5 to 10 days.
Okay.
So we've got a flat cut brisket. It's been trimmed. So normally with briskets, you want to leave that fat cap on there. But for this, we really needed that fat to be cut down to about 1/8 of an inch. So you can see that.
That looks close enough.
Yeah, and I do want to send a shout out to the Chestnut Tree because they provided this wonderful brisket for us.
Thank you.
And it is absolutely incredible. So we've got our brisket. It's about 8 pounds.
Okay.
So this is going to make a lot of pastrami sandwiches.
Oh, I cannot wait. Unfortunately, we have to wait 10 days.
But you don't. That's the great thing about these shows is that through the magic of post-production, it'll be all done in about 20 minutes. So there you go.
Before we go any further, what the heck is this?
Okay, so
it looks like something I used to get spanked with as a child.
and if you act up now, it may happen again right here. So we've got a humongous vat of water here. That's 2 gallons of distilled water.
Okay.
And we also have, like I said, a laundry list of spices that I will include in the bottom here, or here. I'm not sure where they're going to be just yet.
You have to log on to Denton, Dallas, and Beyond to get the list from this one.
That's
maybe too much. We don't want to overflow with the camera.
Oh, it's unbelievable the amount of stuff in here. But your main ingredients are basically your black pepper. There's a little bit of ground ginger in here. There's bay leaf.
Did you put Old Bay in?
You know what? I didn't, but maybe we'll sprinkle some on when we do the rub for this.
I mean, we're shooting for an Old Bay advertisement here, for crying out loud.
Old Bay, if you're watching.
We might as well throw it in there just for the hell of it.
So let's come back to center here.
All right.
Which is we're going to start off with 2 gallons of distilled water.
Okay, got that already.
8-pound brisket trimmed. Some Prague #1, I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not 100% sure, but it's basically sodium nitrate, or nitrite rather, which one of them explodes and one of them flavors foods. I'm not sure which is which.
Let's hope we picked the right one.
If all of a sudden, buddy, you come by and it's a fire show over here, and it smells like a wonderful New York deli, you know what happened.
Yep, exactly.
16 ounces of kosher salt.
That is a lot of salt.
And we've got 4 teaspoons of our curing powder here. Little rule here is that when you scale up these recipes, it's not a multiple. So you can get on to the website, and I'll point you to the calculator that will help you do it.
Okay.
But there are 4 teaspoons in here. So let's start with this. Dump that into our pot.
So nothing's going on the brisket. Everything goes into the water.
So this is just the first step.
No rubs.
Of a multi-step process. So
right.
First step is going to be to brine this beautifully trimmed brisket.
This isn't going to explode when I put it in here.
There's no telling, man. I've never worked with this stuff before.
Kaylin, if you're seeing this, I love you.
Yeah. This was the last words, the last will and testament. All right.
I'll leave everything to Cooper.
Excellent. Which is not their child. Well, which is maybe sort of their child.
Well, that's our dog.
Yeah, I understand.
Everybody loves Cooper.
I have only ever met one person that had the name Cooper. The rest of them were all dogs.
All right.
So now our pickling spices here,
I can
our
see
brining
some bay
spices.
leaves in there.
There's some allspice, there's some bay leaves. I've kind of zhuzhed all that up, and we've got just a beautiful, beautiful brine.
You can
going
definitely
here.
smell the cardamom.
But before we can do anything with this big vat, we need to get all of those ingredients stirred in.
I'm gonna let you have fun with this.
Oh man, look at this.
Look at that.
Yeah. So, as I was a young child living off of the Mississippi River, me and my friend used to raft down that river.
You're not going hook fin on me, are you?
Well, not full hook finning because ours was a motorboat. It was not a paddling boat. And we used to catch catfish the size of a small Volkswagen.
Oh, nice.
And if you know anything about catfish the size of a small Volkswagen, they are very, very oily and not very edible.
That smells great.
But if you fry anything long enough, it will turn out good.
That's right.
All right, so we've got this beautiful bath working here, and now we're going to take our brisket.
Okay.
Matt, do you want to do the honors of
Yep.
putting this guy in the bath?
I guess since the water's flowing up, I better put it in nice and gentle.
Okay, into the pool you go. This thing will be covered, put in the refrigerator, and moved around for roughly 5 to 10 days. It really depends on the poundage, and because of the poundage we have here, this is going to be a 6-day brine.
Okay.
So we'll see you in 6 days.
Look forward to it.
After a nice 6-day bath in the brining solution, our brisket is now ready for the second phase of this, which is the rub. So we've got lots of garlic, lots of onion, some mustard seeds, and a whole bunch of black pepper. A definite rule for this one would be to make sure that you crack that black peppercorn before you try to adhere it to your pastrami. Now let's put this thing on the smoker and let the magic happen. Welcome back. It has been a painful 10-day wait to get to this wonderful day, which is the day that the pastrami comes to the people. So we have done this 2 ways. We've cooked one of these briskets all the way in the smoker, which all the way for pastrami is about 203 degrees. So this one has been cooked all the way in the smoker. This one we cooked halfway, which was at 150 degrees, and then we took this and put it into the steamer. And once we got up to 200 degrees on that one, we took it out and it's been resting. So like we got good juice in there and we've got good crust on here.
Oh yeah.
So this one over here, it also went in the steamer, but only for about an hour. Again, just to warm it through because we had already cooked it to total temperature. One of the most interesting things that happened in this particular cook was that we ended up with a phenomenon for the one that was in the smoker called the beef stall.
Wow.
I know, it's just big words. Basically all it means is that we got to a point with the brisket where the temperature would not go any higher than 190 degrees. And that is just a function of evaporative cooling from the meat. So if you get into a beef stall, pull up on the stick and wrap your meat.
More gas.
Yes, more gas. That's basically where we're at. So without further ado, we need to cut into these briskets and see how they came out.
Oh, I can't wait. All right here. Make sure you always cut with the grain.
Against the grain.
Against the grain.
Yes. Yeah, you had a 50-50 shot at this one.
We can fix that.
Yeah.
Woo. Get closer here.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I know you probably want the first one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do. I do want that.
How red that is.
Tastes just like pastrami. It's delicious. I have to say. I hate to chew and talk at the same time, but I am so excited about this. Oh man.
It does taste like pastrami.
So, right now, a lot of pepper. Holy moly. There's a lot of pepper on here. But we're going to cut this thin enough to where the pepper is not going to destroy roux later.
Right.
Right. We all know. We all know that. So, this is very good. This is the one that went halfway, and then we did the rest of the way in the steamer. So now let's cut through the one that we did all the way in the smoker. By the way, we use cherry wood for this. You can use any wood you want, really. Holy moly. Okay, I will say right now that this one looks a little drier.
Yes, it does.
We got good fat cap. Oh, it's falling apart tender, though.
That's good.
Okay. That's a good sign.
Still warm. That one tastes a little saltier, but I actually like the tenderness of this one.
Two different animals, honestly. So we've got a little bit more it's not necessarily tough. It's not tough. Neither of them are tough in any way, but it's got a little bit more elasticity in that one that we did halfway. The one that was in the smoker, it's fall apart tender. It is absolutely wonderful. Either of these ways will get you a pastrami that I think you're going to love.
Oh, yeah.
If I had to do one thing differently, well, I would do two things differently. We noticed that when we were making this that we had forgotten to crush the peppercorns.
I was definitely the first one.
Yeah, so crush your peppercorns and also use about half of the number of peppercorns that we used for this one. So we're going to take these pastramis now and we're going to make some beautiful sandwiches, and I know you're going to love it. Well, we have just showed you some beautiful pastrami sandwiches.
Oh yeah.
There was nothing about this that I didn't like. So if you want to make great pastrami, follow this recipe. See our little small hacks as we go through, or the rules. Absolutely. And you will make this come out just as wonderful as we did. So Matt, where can they find us, buddy?
As always, our YouTube page, Denton, Dallas, and beyond. Thank you to everybody that has been subscribing to our page, and we appreciate all the views. We still need your help. We got to get those subscribe numbers up. It's real simple. Top left corner, hit the bell.
You got to do it. And if you want to leave us some feedback, you can do so at info@DentonDallasAndBeyond.com, or hit us up on our voicemail at 940-320-9097. And as always, we hope that your sautés and sauternes turn out perfect.
Goodbye.